we are starting our day 2 for numerical ability, and our first topic is progression. So we have to know something about the first topic of the day, arithmetic progression. In short, we say AP. You write the full form, arithmetic progression. So what is arithmetic progression? I will just go faster into the detail. Like, you remember, we used to have terms. Try to recall your 11th, 12th class. A1, A2, A3, A4. We used to have terms, right? Now, in this term, their common differences will be same. There is something called common difference. Common difference means difference which is common between among related respective terms. Like whatever difference is between A2 minus A1, same difference will be A3 minus A2, like A4 minus A3, right? It will continue. So these differences will be equal. So if you copy any difference, suppose I am copying the first difference. So in first difference, if you copy, so you can write A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2, and then you can rearrange the term, find out A2 value. So it will be like A1 plus A3 by 2. Okay, A1, A2, they are the terms. So take down this as your first point. Common differences are same. Now, we used to have a very popular formula, if you recall your basic classes. In that formula, second point, we used to find out our nth term, like which term will come at the 20th place. Which term will come at the 20th place. For that, we used to have a formula. So that formula used to be like Tn is equal to, I hope you remember, A plus n minus 1 into D. Very, very popular formula of that time, of that age, right? Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now we have the meaning. What are these formulas? I mean, these points, variables. This Tn will represent that at nth position, whatever answer is coming, what is that answer? For example, if I'll go like this, 2, 4, 6, 8, like this if I'm going, and I want to know that at 28th position, which term will come. Okay, so in that case, what will I do? Okay, Sneha, okay. You continue later on YouTube, no problem. So see here, at 28th position, which number is coming? That number I want to find out. So that number is Tn. So Tn is equal to, this A is representing the first term of the series. So first term of the series is 2. So 2 plus, at which location you are looking for the term? So that is your 28th position. So 20 minus 1. And what is D here? D is the common difference. So if you look in the series, common difference is 2. So Tn is equal to, this became 19. 19 into 2, 38. And then you add to 40. So you see 40. What is 40? It means what? When you will complete this at 28th term, 40 will come. 40 is not the number of term. 40 is the value of term sitting at 28th location. Okay. Now, if I want to add all these numbers till 28th number, it means what? I want to, now my third point, if I want to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, till where? Till 40. So, it means what? We have to follow this formula. If you can recall the formula, Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This was the formula. What is n here? N used to represent in the given series, for how many terms you want to find out your sum. This n will represent for how many terms. So currently, for the given series, still you will be having terms there, but I am interested only from the first term to the 28th term. I want to find out the sum. So 20 by 2 bracket 2. What is my first term? First term is 2. 2 plus how many terms? 20 terms. Minus 1 into D. D is 2. Common difference. That's all. If you calculate, I will calculate. If I am not wrong, answer should be, let's calculate. This 2 into 2, 4 plus. This is 38. I mean 19 into 2, 38. And then outside you have 10. So this will give you 42 into 10. This will give you 420. Is my calculation correct? Are you guys getting 420? Okay, very good. Now these are the basics of this. Now we have more basics in AP, like, but we don't have to deal AP in detail. AP we have to know so that we can use AP as a tool. Okay, now we are going for GP. There is something called GP, geometrical progression. I'm changing the page. There is something called, the next heading you take as GP. You write the full form, geometrical progression. I hope you are able to recall what was GP. GP used to be like this. We used to have our first term. How AP grows, either AP go for positive common difference or AP goes for negative common difference. You can have both positive and negative. So terms will increase, then positive common difference. If terms are decreasing, then negative common difference. In same way we have GP also, but GP works on the product. So you will be finding out a common number. That common number I will multiply in R. That common number I will represent as R. So that number we call as common ratio. Common ratio. So suppose A1 is there, A2 is there, A3 is there, A4 is there, and we are getting till N. AN is there. So in this series we have common ratio. Common ratio means A2 by A1. This ratio will be same, exactly equal to A3 by A2. In same way, AN by AN minus 1. Okay, so now you can take any two, like these two you can take. So when you are taking these two, multiply this A2 and multiply this guy. So A2 square is equal to A1 A3. So this A2 will be under root A1 A3. So this is how we can find out the middle term between any two numbers. Now we have to find out nth term. How do we calculate nth term? So for nth term, we used to have formula a r power n minus 1. Now in this, a will represent the first term of the GP, r will represent the common ratio, and this n will represent which term you are looking for, and this tn will represent that at that particular location what is the value sitting. Okay, so just try this question. If for the 10th location of a geometrical progression, what will be the value if a is equal to 2 and r is equal to 5? Solve this question. Write your answer on the screen fast. Fast. Three 906,250. Okay. Two students, they have simplified and their answers are matching. So I'm considering this answer as the correct answer because I am not solving the answer. So let's go ahead. Okay. Others also verifying. Very good. Now we go for sum of GP. I will change the page. You go for sum of geometrical progression. For that, we used to have formula sum of n terms. We used to write like this. First term bracket 1 minus r power n whole divided by 1 minus r. And you know, this formula you will use, mostly we say this formula we use when r is less than 1. And because some teachers, they say like this formula will be using when r is less than 1. And suddenly they will say a r power n minus 1 and divide by r minus 1. This formula will use when r is greater than 1. And guys, keep in mind, they both are same formula, does not matter. They both are exactly same formula. Only this part we have shifted here, this part shifted here. So minus and minus will get cancelled. So there is this kind of concept is not there. Okay, either you remember this formula or you remember this formula. Both are correct. Now, the important part is sum of natural numbers. You remember when we have natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that continuously we have numbers and we have to add those numbers. So that is important list I'm giving here. This list we have to mug up and we have to be ready with this. I'm changing the page. So your heading is sum of important series. So under this, suppose I have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot n times. So you should symbol I will give that Sn. I want the Sn, sum of n terms. So summation n I can say. So direct answer n plus 1 by 2. We have to remember this. They are nothing but first n natural numbers. You don't have gap in between. You don't have any gap. Continuously numbers are coming. So n plus 1. Now this is the first series. Second series, very interesting. If you square every term, every individual term you square and then add like this, plus n square also you do. So in this case, whatever result will come, that result we have to mug up again. So symbol you can say like this, summation n square. So this will be n plus 1 by 2. This will be as it is. This much term will be as it is. One extra term will come. That will be 2n plus 1 by 3. So this answer will be as it is. One extra term will come, that is 2n plus 1 by 3. So we used to remember in our childhood how? We used to remember like this. n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. I hope most of you guys, we used to mug up this formula, right? Remember? Now we go for what if there is a cube? What if there is a cube? Can anyone recall the formula for the cube? Like 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube till n terms. On my screen itself, one small change will give you answer. One small change will give you answer. If you can recall the formula. I know it's been long time. Very good. You know what do we do? If you convert as a cube, then your final answer, like I will write the answer. Suppose you are writing the cube like this. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. This is nothing but till n cube. This answer is nothing but whatever answer you are getting for summation n, that answer you do square. It means n plus 1 by 2 square. That's all. Now we have to go for a common topic: average, mean, mode and median. Average, how to find out average? Everyone knows. What is difference between average and mean? Very soon I will teach you. When you talk about average, yes, we have basic formula to find out average. But when you talk about mean, in that we have several types of mean. You remember arithmetic mean, geometrical mean, we have mean. Mode and median, you might have forgot, like how to calculate mode and median. So we have to recall that. I'm changing the page. So our next heading is average, comma, mean, comma, mode, comma, median. Median spelling, you should not be confused. M-E-D-I-A-N. It is not M, it is N, median. So first we'll go for average. So see, when we talk about average means it is kind of central value. Central value means like 2, 4, 6. So 3 numbers are there. So for these 3 numbers, what is the central value? Central value is 4. Right now I have written things that are in very simple format, but what if it looks very dangerous and in decimal and not only 3? Suppose you are 3000. In that case, how will you find out? So that's why we have the concept of average value. So in case of average, you just mention one sentence. A central value around which a group of values shows a tendency to concentrate is called average. Now see, it is a single value. You can't have two average values. And it is possible that when you are finding out average value of any group, then it is possible that it may match with the given value of the group. It may match. Like for example, 2, 4, 6, right? So if you find out average here, it will match with 4. Now we will understand what is mode, what is median, and after learning mode and median, we'll go for mean, because we have classifications under mean. So first I am taking mode now. Changing the page. Heading mode. Suppose I am giving any example just to calculate mode. Suppose your example is like 2, 4, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 6, 4, 1, 4, 5, wait, 4, 1, 2, 6, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4. This is complete series, like numbers are given. So actually, what is the meaning of mode? Mode is the number which is occurring most frequently. Can you guys check which number is coming more frequently? Give a try. Which number is coming more frequently? How many places? How many places? We can check. 1, 4 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is also coming very frequently. Let's check how many times. 4 is coming 5 times. 6 is coming 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. So 6 is also coming but 4 times. 5 is also coming 2 times. 1 is here, 1 is here. And 2 is coming, 1 is here, 1 is here. And 3 is coming only here, and 1 is coming only here. So there is something called mode. The value which is coming very frequently, the most frequent value is known as mode. So number 4 occurs maximum number of times. That's why 4 is the mode of this given set. So 4 is coming maximum times. So 4 is mode. I hope you understood what is the meaning of mode. Then what is the meaning of median? Median means, suppose, actually there is a possibility. What if the 6 will also come 5 times? In the given set of data, whatever data I have given, suppose in that 6 also I am adding here. One more 6 is coming. So in a given set of data, if 2 or more values occurs in same number of times, then unique mode will not exist. In that case, single mode, like here only 4 is the mode. Unique mode will not exist. So again, no need to go into more detail, like only this much tool is enough to recall actually what was mode in our childhood. We used to develop mode. Now we'll go for median. We'll go for median. So how will you calculate the median? Actually, what is the physical meaning behind the median? Take down. It is the middle value of a group of numbers arranged in an, now see guys, I am writing a word, ascending or descending order. So some data will be given. That data you will arrange either in ascending order or in descending order. So one example we'll take parallelly. Suppose, okay, few more things I have to give, then we'll go ahead. If number of values, suppose a total n number of values, so bracket n, is given set of data is odd. Odd means there is a list given. In the list, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many values are given? And that number is odd number. In that case, we used to give our median like what? N plus 1 by 2 power th value. It means we can go for one example. Suppose suppose 40, 41, 33, 48 and 41 and 39 and 38. Now see, in this given data, we have to find out what is the median. So median is not the simply the middle value. No, median is not simply the middle value. First of all, you have to arrange this given data in ascending or descending order. So let's arrange this in increasing order. Increasing means ascending order. Okay, so if I will arrange this data in ascending order, then which is the smallest value here? 33. Okay, after that 38, 33 and then 38. After that 39. After that 40. After that 41. Very good. Okay, now you see 40 is there, but 41 is also there. That 41 is coming 2 times. So 41, 41 we should write 2 times. We should not avoid, or we should not multiply like 41 into 2. Write 41, 41 2 times and then go for the highest value 48. Okay, now this procedure is write down them in ascending order. Then you check how many numbers are given. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are given. So 7 is the odd. So use this formula 7 plus 1 by 2. So 7 plus 1 by 2, if you do, you will be getting answer as 4. But it is th here. It means what? Fourth term. Fourth term of this series will be your median. So fourth term means 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. 40 will be your median. So median is 40. You just mention here. Median is equal to 40. What is this 4 here? 4 is the location of the median. But what if your n is even? In case of n is even, then you will be having 2 middle values. So if you are getting 2 middle values, then you have to find out average of both. But that value will not be in the list. Let's do one example. example. Suppose first one random data you take 16, 15, 13, 14, 23, 44. Suppose I have taken this data and I'm looking for the median of this. Can you guys calculate and tell me what is the median for this? Step 1 is arrange. So better to arrange in, this time you do with descending order. Arrange in descending order. So I am choosing the bigger number first, and then 23, and then 16, and then 15, then 14, then 13. After arranging them, I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means even. So even means you will be having two middle values. So how will you know you have two middle values? See, half of 6 is 3. So from this also at third location you have 16. From this also at third location you have 15. So n by 2. N by 2 means 6. I mean 3. Okay, we got 16 and 15. These two are the middle values now. But median can be only 1. So what will I do? Again I will take the average of this. So median is equal to 16 plus 15 by 2. So I think 15.5 will be the right answer. Then I will go for mean. So in mean, first I will go for arithmetic mean. I will change the page. Now we have a topic called mean. In that mean, we have several types of mean. Like for example, arithmetic mean, weighted arithmetic mean, geometrical mean. So I'll go for harmonic mean. You remember all these things used to be with in our childhood classes. Relation between arithmetic mean, harmonic mean, and all those things were there. Or if you have prepared for your IIT JEE in that time, then you have gone through all these basic things. So in that you have arithmetic mean. Gaurav, I am not able to see what you are drawing there. You can draw a little bit down. Actually on my screen I have a time bar there. No, arithmetic mean. We have to find out arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. How do we calculate arithmetic mean? Suppose one example. Suppose you have some set of numbers given. Some 10, 15, 17, 20. Some number is given. And we have to find out mean, arithmetic mean. So what do? We have to add all the numbers. So formula you will calculate. You will do like this. Suppose I am going for x bar. X bar will represent arithmetic mean. So what will I do? I will put here like I, and I will run from your first number to your n number. And after that, this entire answer you will divide how many numbers are there. It means if you will put 1 here, then x1 will come. Put 2 here, then x2 will come. Put 3 here, then x3 will come. Then again put 4 here, then x4 will come. So we have 4 numbers representing x1, x2, x3, x4. Divide by n. N means 4. Total number, how many they are? 4. So simply you add them. 10 plus 15 plus 17 plus 20. Divide by 4. I know this is very basic, but it is about the 15 marks. So that's why we have to do this. So what answer will come? This is 25 and how much? 15.5. Okay guys, so 15.5 is the right answer. Okay. Now there is one more way to calculate arithmetic mean. Suppose like large numbers are involved in the given set. Then in that case, we have a facility. Our way of calculation will change. So then we'll consider in that case we have two types of arithmetic mean. one is assumed arithmetic mean and one is true arithmetic mean. So we will do in this way. I am changing the page. Suppose you have a set of numbers like example in same under arithmetic mean only. Suppose example is like 42, 46, 48, 50, 55, 60, 70. Now we have to assume that if I'm finding out mean, somewhat roughly it will be around 50, roughly, if I'm considering that. So that is known as assumed mean. So let's assume assumed mean be 50. In that case, you write down all the numbers here. So it means what? Xi will represent the value of the numbers. So x1 is my 42 and x2 is my 46 and x3 is my 48. This is 46, 48, and x4 is my 50 and x5 is my 55, x6 is my 60 and x7 is my 70. Okay. Now draw these lines like this. After that, you have to find out like this. You have to find out di. Di means you have to calculate x1 minus 50, x2 minus 50. These things you have to calculate. So x1 minus 50, it means 42 minus 50 will give you answer minus 8. Then x3 minus 50 means 48 minus 50 will give you answer minus 2. In same way, 50 minus 50 will give you answer 0. Then 55 minus 50 will give you answer 5. 60 minus 50 will give you answer 10. 70 minus 50 will give you answer 20. Now what will you do? 50 already you have assumed as your assumed mean. Now we are going to calculate mean. So 50 already we have assumed. In this 50, I will find out mean of these numbers and add. It means add all these numbers, divide by the total number, and then whatever answer is coming you add. So what my point is, this minus 8, minus 2, 0, 5, 10 and 20 you add together. I am saying minus 8, minus 2 plus 0 plus 5 plus 10 plus 20 you add together, and how many numbers they are? They total are 7 numbers. Then whatever answer will come, that will be your answer. Tell me guys, how much answer is coming? This total you add and tell me. Oh, I think I have left a number. Yes. I have left a number missing. Yes, you are right. I have left a number. Actually, yes, one number I left. Okay, first I will write down the numbers. One mistake I have done. (42 minus 50) I left. That will be minus 8. 46 minus 50 minus 4. Then 48 minus 50 minus 2. Then 50 minus 50 0. Then 55 minus 50 as 5, then 60 minus 50 as 10, then 70 minus 50 as 20. So 50 I have considered as my assumed mean, plus in that add all these numbers. So minus 8, minus 4. Yeah, see these kind of small mistakes the way I am doing, you should not do in GATE exam. So plus 0, plus 5, plus 10, plus 20. Divide by 7. Now tell me how much is coming? Three is coming. 53. Correct. 53 is right answer. So this will give you 3. So this is 50. So this became your 53 became your mean now. But if you check in the given list, you don't have 53. In the given list, you don't have 53. It means what? 53 is lying near to 50. It means what? In the real list, 53 is not present. But if you calculate the mean, which is arithmetic mean, then it will be 53. So right now, the mean what you have got 53, it is known as true mean. True mean. It is not assumed mean. So this kind of trick we used to apply when we learn applied physics. But right now, no need to go into that detail. Otherwise, maturity will come in this topic. We don't want that. Now, right now, whatever mean you have seen, that was arithmetic mean. There is one more type of mean that is known as weighted arithmetic mean. Weighted arithmetic mean means, I will tell you, I am changing the page. You used to remember this formula, right? How do we calculate center of mass location? We used to do like this, right? m1x1 plus m2x2 plus m3x3 divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. So this is the technique, a mathematical technique. This is known as weighted arithmetic mean. So we have several topics in engineering where we used to calculate this. So actually there we are calculating weighted arithmetic mean. But our teachers, it is not their way. It is like simply they don't say this word, that this, what kind of mean we are finding out? Weighted arithmetic mean. We'll do one example. So your heading is WEIGST ED, weighted arithmetic mean. Suppose your numbers are listed here. Suppose your x1 is given as 20, x2 is given as 30, x3 is given as 40, and x4 is given as 50. And there is a term called weight, WEIGST, what I have written here, WEIGST, weighted. So weight term is there. So now whatever values we are having, x1, x2, x3, for every value their own weights are given. For this, suppose W I am writing here. So W1 is related to this 20 and that is given as just 3, suppose. And related to 30, W2 is given as 1. And here W3 is given as 5. And here W4 is given as 1. And now I want to calculate the weighted mean. So what will I do? I will use the formula. So in this case, we should use symbol x bar. But x bar is representing, we are finding out mean. That is arithmetic mean. But because weighted, so put a small w here. So it will show that, okay, we are finding out that. So what will you do? You have to find out x1 w1 plus x2 w2 plus x3 w3 plus x4 w4. In this example, you have to go till 4. In bigger example, you have to go more or less, depends. And divide by, you have to add all the weights like 3 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1. It means what? You have to find out products of every term. So let's find out products of every term. I hope this time I will not do mistake. 20 into 3, 60. 30 into 1, 30. 40 into 5, 200. 50 into 1, 50. Now let's add them. So add them. Add and divide, how much is coming? Tell me. 16. No, 16 should not come. Yes, 34 is coming. 34 is correct. Because I had done mistake here. It should be 200. This 40 and 5, if you multiply, you will be getting 200. Okay. So, yeah, the 200. Yes. Okay, so 34 will come. This W, actually this is given data. These two sets are given. These two sets are given. So X1 line and W1 line, this total line, I line is given. So actually if you will go and study, yes, you're right. If you'll go and study statistics, so there we have a term called frequency distribution. So sometimes this weight we we replace with frequency distribution. No need to go into that detail. Now we have more detail in this when like if you will study in 10th class, then we used to calculate some more parts in this. Now we are going for geometrical mean. So geometrical mean also is important. So I'm changing the page. So go for geometric, not geometrical, my mistake, geometric mean. In short, we say GM. And to calculate GM, we have direct formula. Oh yeah. Time is about to over. Let's start verbal ability. Geometrical mean we'll do in next class.